Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is directed by James Gunn, and it stars Chris Pratt, Dave Bautista, Zoe Saldana, Bradley Cooper, Vin Diesel, Michael Rooker, Kurt Russell, Sylvester Stallone. You all, you know the names, all of them. Alright, so what is this movie about? What's the plot? Alright, basically, everyone comes back in the movie. You get all the stars, you get all the characters back. Marvel. This is the sequel. Basically, the crew, the Guardians. Basically, Rocket, he steals something from steal something. Basically, they go to a planet, and you learn more about these characters and everything. So yeah, that's basically the plot for me. That's how I can describe it. So yeah, that's basically what happens. Yeah, now the first movie, these were characters that we didn't even know existed. I didn't know. For me, I never heard of them. I didn't know who these people were. I just knew it was another Marvel movie, came out in 2014, directed by James Gunn. It starred everyone I basically named, for the most part. And I loved it. I own the movie on Blu-ray. And yeah. So, how did this movie hold up for me as a sequel? Was it better? Is it better than the original? No, I think there are better aspects, there are better qualities that this movie does have over the original. But for me as a film, is this better? No, it is not. For me personally, I did have a ton of fun with this movie. It was entertaining as hell. I mean, really, I learned more about these characters. They feel like human beings, not just superheroes. You guys know what I'm talking about? But because the first hour is a little bit sloppy, it's a little bit choppy, feels like a little bit discombobulated, honestly. There wasn't really a set in stone plot. There wasn't, it wasn't really set in stone. There was nothing, you didn't really know what the movie was about. It was just, they were telling jokes, it was funny, you were laughing, but you were questioning why they were here, kind of, for me. Jokes, I was laughing, I mean, it was funny. I will say that. So, yeah, basically, everyone's fine as acting. The crew has great chemistry. It's all good. But now let's talk about Kurt Russell. He does fine in the movie. You learn that he is indeed Star-Lord's dad, Peter Quill, and yeah, and then they, yeah, that's one of the most interesting storylines in this movie. And I was really interested in it too, to see how it went, how it all went down. Yeah, for me, I didn't really. It was interesting. I mean, you learn all about these characters as well. You don't just learn about him now. He is the focus. He is front and center, I will say, but it's not like they forgot about everyone else. And it is his movie. He is the main character. They do focus a lot on him. But what I'm saying is, is that basically, is that, you really just, like, you learn more about, Gamora and her relationship with, Nebula, which is her sister, of course. And, yeah. You learn why they're at odds with each other, why they're so different, why one's good, why one's bad. You really learn stuff like that, And yeah, you really understand. You get the feel. I get it. You get it. And of course, Dave Bautista is, of course, Drax the Destroyer. You didn't learn too much about him because spoilers for the first one. If you haven't seen it, why are you watching this video if you haven't seen it? If you haven't seen the first one, I don't know. But spoilers ahead. I'm gonna get into spoilers as well in the second half of this video. This is the non-spoiler section, since the review was really late. I'm sorry for that. But they had a moment where Drax talked about his family, his wife and his kid. They had a moment, I'm just going to say this, they had a moment in the movie where they addressed it, where Drax addressed it. He was kind of, I thought we were going to start knowing about, you know, more info on it. They were going to dive into it. But basically, it just is followed up with a joke. He starts talking about it for a brief second, and then Drax, or whoever, Mantis, I think is her name, you know, the new girl in the trailer you saw, just joke, and that's it. You don't learn anything really more about Drax. But he is the funniest part of this movie, I will say that. Now let's talk about Michael Rooker as Yondu. Could be the best part of this movie, the best character in this movie. Loved him to see him. He was terrific. He brought a certain uniqueness to this movie that I really needed. Focusing on him a lot more than it did in the first one, which was really nice to see. Also, what this movie did was, I mean, let's talk about baby frickin' Groot. Baby Groot. He's adorable. He's precious. He's cute. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. He is. He's great. He's funny. He's cute. I mean, you really just want him to be yours. Like, honestly, you just want to pick him up and just keep him. Never let him go. Really, I mean, he is. They knew how to utilize him too. It's not like they forced him. I don't think there was ever a point in this movie where they forced him down your throat. They're like, oh, baby Groot, buy the action figure or care for him. I mean, you care for this twig. A twig, yes, ladies and gentlemen. A twig. You freaking care about him. And then Rocket cares about him. Of course, they have their friends. You know, he's kind of like a baby, so he kind of doesn't have the brain Baby Groot does. Of course, baby Groot to do stuff, but he's still funny as hell. He gets in on the action. Everyone does. Everyone's doing something. So it was just great to see everyone back. It's entertaining. It's still fun. It's a ton of fun. It's entertaining. It's great action. It's funny. You learn more things about these characters, which is nice to see. Really was. There are a few surprises. There are stuff that you didn't expect, possibly. It's just a great experience. It's a great theater experience, and it kicked off the summer movie season. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Not as good as the first one because the story isn't as cohesive as the first one was, but action could be better. Action scenes could be funnier, I'd say. You know, just great. Just great stuff in this movie. Really. So what am I going to give? So I'm going to give Guardians of the Galaxy a B+. A B+. A B+. Okay. So yes. Yeah, still a really good movie. And some people are crapping on this movie. I mean, really, you got some people that are really hating on this movie. But one thing I will say, hurry up, I forgot to mention, is the villain, the gold people, whoever they are. Weak. That's Marvel's weakest thing for Marvel. Is that, I mean, the villains are just, they're just really bad. So, it's unfortunate, but it's really their weakest part. Their weakest aspect. Loki's the best Marvel villain for me, so I didn't do anything. But yeah, okay. So that's my spoiler for review. B+. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 does get. So if you have not seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, you're gonna have to tune out of this video because I'm gonna be talking some spoilers. So you've been warned, and yeah. So spoiler talk is coming. The review is coming up. You have to close out this video right now if you haven't seen the movie. If you have seen the movie, stick around. Keep watching. And hopefully you enjoy what I say and my thoughts are. Okay, I'm going, so if you haven't clicked out, click out now. I'm talking spoilers now, okay? We're going into it. Okay, first spoiler is
that, for me, that I'm going to talk about is kind of more about Chris Pratt and his heritage, his lineage, his parents. So we all know that his mom had cancer in the first one. It was revealed in the opening scene. Very touching scene, say that. And now he had to deal with that, how it affected him, and how, of course, Yondu brought him in and took care of him. So Ego, right, played by, well, it's Kurt Russell's his dad, I guess, right? But you learn that he placed that tumor, because he's the planet, by the way, but he placed that tumor in his mom, yes. And Chris Pratt, Star-Lord Peter Quill, just explodes. I mean, that pisses him off, that drives him. So basically, he's shooting away at him. He's unloading gunshots. That pissed him off. But one thing I have a criticism during that scene, because it was one of the best storylines in the movie, but a criticism that I honestly had was that you know, there was a joke that kind of came into it. Now, this is being serious, like, you know what I mean? It's a serious moment. He placed a tumor in your mom. Sounds maybe just a little weird if you think about it. Okay, really though. I mean, and then there's a joke, a Pac-Man joke, right? Where he literally turns into Pac-Man and he's like, and it's coming there, right? And then he just like eats, like, I don't know. I don't mind a Pac-Man joke, but the fact that it came after such a serious moment, such a serious, you know, you find out about that, it kind of took me out of it. There's jokes like that that are not, it's the timing of it was just kind of wrong. Some stuff takes me out of it too, just like when he turns into the planet, he's not the human being anymore. It took me out of it. So just during that, yeah, there's stuff like that that's kind of just, you know. So, yeah, really stuff like that. Also talking about Kurt Russell, that beginning scene, I don't know if that was CGI, I don't know what the hell that was. That looked so freaking real. He looked young as hell. Holy crap, I'm assuming that was CGI. If that wasn't, how did they make him look so young? I'm assuming it looks so good. I just have to address that because it looked phenomenal. It really did look really good. It's just getting better and better, honestly. Just like this movie, visual effects, I mean, are all good. CGI is good, I mean, looks real, like you're there. But yeah, so then also, as they're fighting and stuff, they're having a brawl. Looks like the team's gonna leave without him. He's gonna die because they have to plant a bomb. Oh no! And then basically, Yondu is like, he wants to stay real quick, and then basically he saves Peter Quill. He goes and he sacrifices himself because he thought Yondu was an asshole, but it turns out he does have a heart. He does, and he takes it, and he basically dies. It was a sad scene. I was sad to see him go, but he was so fantastic in this movie, really, that I was sad to see him go. Actually, it was a sad moment. And then they had the funeral and everything. It was really good. It was really good. That was handled very well, really good, great actually. That death, and it was all handled. It's not like they just let him die. He had a purpose of why he did. So I really like that. Let's talk about now, Nebula and Gamora. We find out that basically they, Thanos, he basically made them fight when they were little, and Gamora would basically always win. And that's why Nebula hates, Gamora so much, because she'd always beat her, and then they get into a fight. That's why they're so different. You understand. But then they come together and they kind of make up a little bit. They care for each other. That's a sisterly bond right there. Also interesting. They also focus with the Gamora and Star-Lord. Their kind of romance and stuff kind of was teased a little bit more. Yeah. And then the thing is though, and like I talked about kind of Drax already, there's really nothing to spoil. I mean, Yeah. I wanted to. All the thing I have to say with Rex is I would wish to see more of him kick ass. That's really all I gotta say concerning him. Groot, great. I already talked about him. Really, nothing else to say. But in the post-credit scene, we do see him as a teenager. It looks like Star-Lord Peter Quill's gonna be a father figure, or a brother, or whatever, towards him and everyone else, the crew, the Guardians of the Galaxy, the team. So yeah, it was cool to see. They had a lot of post-credit scenes as well. And then you find out that Yondu is like, you know, he's Rocket, and yeah, so don't know what that meant. I wish they could have expanded that more, dive into it, because I really didn't know how to take that. So everything else was handled really well. I mean, really, yeah, you got questions that were answered. And I think this is going to be a trilogy. They are going to do a third one. Don't know when that will be released, but probably in a couple years at least. So we'll see. We'll see how the conclusion, how it all ends. They're going to appear in other movies, in the Infinity Wars too. So it will be interesting to see. So yeah, that's kind of some of my spoiler talk. That's my spoiler review. Basically talking about stuff I couldn't talk about for us previously. So I had a ton of fun with this movie, as you guys already know. So yep. So what did you guys think of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Did you like it more than the first one? Did you like it? Did you like the second one better? What did you guys think about both movies, or particularly this movie? In the comment section below, let me know if you've seen it. Well, pretty sure you have, watching it this far. You guys know my thoughts now, so if you want more movie reviews, subscribe to this channel, like, share, comment, do whatever you got to do. I'm not going to make you do anything, just hopefully you subscribe. But yes, guys, yes. That's going to be it, guys, so until next time, hopefully you liked this video. If you didn't, then subscribe anyway. That's it, guys, for this video. Don't want to waste your time any longer. So that's it, guys. So until next time, guys. Hopefully I'll see you guys again. Peace out. I am Groot.